Okay, so welcome to day 24. We're crushing winter so far. If you're doing this in real time, it's been a nice kind of warm week and weekend. So a little bit of change up in weather. That's been fun. I hope that you've been able to get outside and enjoy it. I'm gonna attempt to just use heavy weights. I have 25s today. Half the workout's gonna just be body weight with core, and then half of it we're gonna get into the back. So go ahead and start on your mat in a child's pose. So put your big toes together, your knees nice and wide, hinge those hips back and down, settle them over your heels, extend your arms way out in front of you, and then take a couple deep breaths. Deep inhales and deep exhales. If you can, let your forehead rest on the mat. And then go ahead and just take a little bit of a pressure. You'll have to bring your head up, but pressure one elbow into the ground as you lift your other shoulder, and then head the other way. So you're going to pressure the other elbow into the ground, lift the shoulder, back to your left, and back to your right. And then go ahead and just come back, curl your toes under, sit on your heels. Take your right hand, pull it behind your back with your left, and then rotate your head so that the left ear is pulling toward your left shoulder. Tuck your chin in and then go back. We'll hit that other side. Pull your left hand over toward the right. Tuck your chin in and then pull right ear, right shoulder. And then tuck in and then rotate around. Perfect. And then tuck in. All right. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Hinge up through those hips. Slide the shoulder blades down. Hollow out your armpits. So feel your hamstrings stretch, your core tighten, the back engage, retracting those shoulder blades. Pedal your feet, left heel and right heel, back and forth. So one knee will drop and then the other. And then widen your feet. We're going to walk back into that yogi squat. And then we'll get started. So our first, we're going to do 3 rounds of 10 reps each of some plank cycles and some glute bridges. So the first plank set is going to be a forearm plank with a hand tap. So it would look like this. Your elbows will come down. You're going to set up your plank position. I'm going to go pretty wide base of support on my toes so that I'm not shifting as much as possible. And then you're just going to tap right arm out, come back in, tap left arm out. So through all the plank sets, you can either use a wall to help support getting that tailbone still tucked under, finding that pelvic tuck. And then you can go also either from a hands and knees position. You can also go into a supported plank. So instead of your butt in the air, like a regular crawling position, you can bring your hands forward if you'd like, tuck the hips under so you still have a plank position, so long kind of base of support through those arms, and then the hips are tucked under, and then you can try tapping there. Okay, so that's going to be the first one. Once we go from hands, then we're going to go to legs. So you're going to tap out, alternating left and right with those legs. And then if you stay on your hands and knees, you're going to go into a dirty dog, opening the leg out. If you want a little bit more, you take your legs straight and lift, trying to keep those hips level. Then we're going to go into an arm wiper. So you're going to come up onto your hands. Again, you can stay on your hands and knees. Arm comes forward, and you're going to wipe it back and forth, 10 on one side, 10 on the other. And then we're going to do a knee tuck to extension. So just a little 2-part tuck, tucking the knee in and then extending the leg up. Again, you can stay on your hands and knees or in that kind of supported plank where you tuck your knee in and then push it up. From there, we'll go into glute bridges, which will be pretty easy to explain, but have your weight handy because we are going to hold one weight static and our shoulders overhead. So there you have it. We're going to start with some nice gnarly core. I hope you're ready. So let's set up our forearm plank or your hands and knees, whatever your option that you're going to take. So start off really setting in your core, shoulder heads up past your elbow crease, flex deep through the belly, and then we're going to alternate tap right arm and left. There's one. So the hips might move a little, but our goal is to keep them as still as possible. 4, perfect. And then, of course, if you need to just hold your plank for a while, that's always an option as well. 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to go into the legs. Tap right and left. Keep that solid plank. Trying to keep those hips level. Focus on flexion of the core. 8, 9, and 10. All right, coming up into our high plank for your wiper. Shoulders up over those wrists. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. So take your right arm up. Just start with the one arm. 2, 4. Try to keep your hips level. 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 2, 3. Try to keep that shoulder up over your wrist. 8, 9, 10. Okay, now those knees. Tuck in, lift up. 1, 4. Feel that core heat up. The back stays strong. Hollow those armpits. 9 and 10. Other side. We'll be off our plank in a second. Stay with it. 4, 5. Don't forget that lift at the end. I almost did. Whew, grabbing that belly. 8. Keep the hips as level as possible. Last one. 10. Whew. All right. Flipping over onto our back. Weight is optional, but if you'd like, you can take weight and just hold it up over your shoulders to work some kind of stability and flexion through the upper back. Drive your hips up. We're just going to go 10 regular glute bridges at first. All the way through that lift. Open your hip flexors at the top. As you're holding that weight, elbows squeeze toward one another. 8, 9, and 10. Keep your right foot where it's at. Lift the left leg, flex it, and then go up and down with your hips. So single leg glute bridge, 2, 4. Drive to that heel. 7, 8. Feel that glute contract. And then switch. Make sure you set your left foot down right in front of that hip. 2. Line your quads. Elbows squeeze in toward one another so you can get that shoulder blade set in and support through that upper back. 8, 9, 10. Back to that left side. Keep the hips still and lift and lower your leg. 1. Drive through that right heel. 4. Make sure you're not feeling anything in your neck. 7, 8, and enjoy that feeling, a little hamstring stretch at the top. 10. Switch it up. Keep strong through that core. 1, 2. This is the last of our glute set, and then we're back to planks. I'm still feeling my core from that plank round we just did. 8, 9, 10. All right. Good work. Lower down. Take a quick child's pose. Okay, and then whatever alternate you want. Bird dogs are also awesome throughout this plank set, so if you need that. Okay, starting with your forearms, tapping left and right, 10 each side. Ready? And go. Trying to keep those hips level. 3, reach long through that spine. 4, you have to flex through the glutes and your quads to try to keep those hips as level as possible. 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we're going to tap those toes. Tuck that tailbone under. 1, 7, flex through that core, and 10. All right, take a little second. Coming up onto those hands, we're going to get those wipers. Arm wipers first. Start with your high plank. Ready, set, and go. 1, 4, level off those shoulders, level off the hips. 8, 9, 10. All right, left arm, or whichever arm you didn't do. Watching those hips, I kind of have to counterbalance, counter drop. Overemphasize that leveling off. 8, 9, and 10. Whew, okay, going into those legs. We're going to tuck and extend. Come back to that high plank, knee tuck, kick it up. 2, 3. Set into it, embrace that burn. You've got it. We came to feel the work. 8, 10. Other side. 1. Try not to back up off of those shoulders. Stay up over the wrists. We got 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Good work. Okay, back into our glute bridges. Hold that weight if you'd like. Your choice. All right. Set that hold. Just go up and down with your both legs on the ground for now. 2, 3. You have to find the flexion in those glutes. 8, 9, and 10. Drive into that left leg. Extend the right leg straight. 1, 2. Those hips go up and down. 3, 5. Relax through the neck. 8, 9, 10. Set it down. Flex that foot. Drop and lift those hips. 3, 4. 7. These glutes are still lots of core. It's a big part of our foundation. Okay, plant your foot. lift and lower your leg. Again, trying to keep those hips level. Find flexion through that upper back that's supporting the weight if you decided to hold it. Where's that core? Keep it strong. 9 and 10. Find your own self-flexions, your resistance, right? Try not to just swing that leg through the air. Envision that you're pulling against something, pushing against something. Wrap those shoulder blades down the spine. I know I say it all the time, but it's so important. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Flip it over. Take a little child. It's our last set of planks. My arms are feeling it too, so that means we're going to really have to focus on that core contraction. Okay, starting with those arm taps. Ready, set, and go. Try not to fly through it. Set it in. Tendency, even for me, especially for me, to try to rush that last set sometimes. Take your time, make your core have to work. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, onto those toes. 1. Flex those thighs. Remember, trying to find resistance. Envision you have one of those little mini bands around your toes, ankles, thighs. Increase that resistance. Flexion through your own willpower. Last set. Okay. Whew. Hitting up the wipers. Big arms. Here we go. High plank. Flex through that arm. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side. Torque through that elbow. Your elbow's kind of pointing back at your knees and toes. 2 more. All right. I'm going to take a little second. My shoulders got it last time. Okay, knee tuck, leg extension. Here we go. Lift your leg, tuck it under. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Check in with that tailbone, tuck it under. And 10. Other side. Whew. Here we go. Tuck and extend. 2. Checking them off one at a time. Hold on to it. Finish out. 2 more. 9, 10. Whew. All right. Last set. Glute bridges. All right. If you want, hold that weight up. Drive through those hips. Make sure that you have that positioning so that at the top of your bridge, here's 4, your hip flexors are open and your core is still strong. Knees are on top of those heels. 9 and 10. All right, I'm going to drive through the left leg, lift the right. Drop hips and drive. 2, 3. Keeping those quads flexed. 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 2. Notice where you're pushing from. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the leg lift and lower. Keep the core strong. Keep driving those hips. 4. That isometric flexion and the supporting leg. And in your back. 7. Flex that toe. 9, 10. All right, set it down. Make sure that that supporting foot is not tripoding. So it should still be out toward that right or toward the hip on whatever side, your left or right, as opposed to right in front of your midline. Be in control. Remember, we're pulling that leg through resistance. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whee. I was feeling the need for some good old core planks. I think we got it. All right, take a second, stretch over those legs. Bend your knees a lot. See if you can grab your hands behind your back and let them drop over your head. So we're going to go into back now. We're going to hit up a lawnmower, 10 each side, a dead row. Here, I guess I'll show real quick. Lawnmower, you're going to be stabilized off of one leg, pulling the elbow tight next to the body. Teeny little twist in the shoulders, just a little bit from that mid-back. 10 each side, a dead row, pulling your weights here, right along the thighs, and then a back fly. So that's where elbows come up and squeeze. Our shoulders pull together. And for this one, you want your forearm to stay facing straight toward the ground as opposed to coming wide, right? So keep your hands facing the ground. Okay, starting with our lawnmower. So you just need one weight. Square off the hips. So if your left leg's forward, pull the right hip forward. Brace on that front thigh. Pull. Just that little twist in the upper shoulders, upper back. 4. The back has the ability to really build a lot of power and strength. 8, 9. So if you have the option, 10. To pick up a little heavier weight, give it a shot. Otherwise, I hope you all are learning, okay, lift on that left side, how to find flexion of your own, build your own resistance. Envision you've got a 50-pound weight you got to hoist up there. How would you flex differently? Hold that core. 2 more. Flex into those shoulder blades. Make sure you're not collapsing into that one supporting blade. Okay, dead rows. I like to go palms forward, butt back, back flat. Row your weights right on top of those thighs, pinching your shoulder blades as you pull those palms back. Hold that core still. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Feel free to head straight into your back flies depending on the weights that you have. I have to take a little break. My big guys, big gals. Okay. Back flies. Start with those shoulders back and down. Don't rush into it. Get that stance, hips back, elbows up and pull. 1, 2. Take focus to what you're doing. Don't just get through it. Think about it. 7. Be in charge of the return. Hold that core. And 10. Whew. All right. Take a little twist. Set up for your lawnmower. One arm. Take that big long lunge. Try to get your hips totally square to the ground. 3. Feel the lat. That's the muscle along the side of your back. 8. The elbow pulls back. And 10 toward your thigh. Switch it up. Square off those hips. Belly strong. 2. 3. 4. Pull that elbow as high as you can. Core stays strong. 10. All right. Dead rows are next. Hinge forward. Pull that core strong. Slide those elbows back. 2. 3. 4. Pinch between the shoulder blades. Keep it out of your neck. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Take a couple rounds if you need. Rounding through the back. Take a little extension. All right. We got it. We're going to get our three sets here. Back flies. Hips back. Belly strong. 2. 3. Hold that core. 7. 8. Trying to keep the back still. 10. As you lift. I have to watch that as I get tired. Okay. I'm going to start on that left side first this time. Lawnmowers. Dead rows. Back flies. Last set. Focus. Having a strong back. So important, so healthy. Goes a long way toward health everywhere else. 3 to go. Holds posture. And done. Good posture means good energy too. You have that chest tall. You can take on the world. Feel confident. 3. Make it strong. Don't collapse into the shoulders or the back or the hips. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. Dead rows. Here we go. Pretend those weights are on a bar. Butt back. Back flat. 3. You got it. 5. 6. Make sure you're hinging forward. It's where you get the back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. 2 more. Whew. All right, round through. Open back. Okay. Whew. Got our back flies. Grab through that core. Hinge back. Got to connect my mind. 2. The back has the ability. Make it happen. 7, 8, 2 to go. Woo! 10. Okay. Oh, nice job. Let's drop it down. Take a couple cat-cow. Inhale, push that chest forward. Back extension is so healthy. Good to get round through that back. One more. All right, we're going to hinge our hips back into that child's pose, knees together. We're going to focus on stretching shoulders and back today. So take both arms to the left and see if you can take your right arm, put it on top of your left hand, and then let the weight of your hips pull you over toward the right. So you feel some more stretch into that back and in through the shoulder. All right, other side. So you're going to kind of take your knees to the left, arms to the right. See if you can put your left hand on top of your right. And then let the weight of the body pull that left shoulder toward the ground. Perfect. Okay, we're going to come to butt in the air, forehead on the ground. Hopefully, if you have something available, a pillow or something, if your forehead can't get there. So you're going to drop your forehead and then grab your arms and push them away from your hips. Keep that pressure on your forehead and pushing out of your neck with your arms pushing behind you. And then release. Push yourself up. Sit back on those toes, plant onto the left side, and then let your right arm roll across the body. Get lots of bend. And then switch to the other side. Hinge to that right side. And then go goalpost with your arms and just open the chest. So trying to find a little bit of arch back still, that back extension. If you sit much during the day or even stand in one spot, do things forward like most of us do, this is great. Okay, and then let's stand up over those legs, straight legs. Plant your hands on the ground or wherever they get to. I've been working on stretching my teenage son who's extremely tight, and I think we realized that half of flexibility, especially leaning over those legs, is learning how to hinge from those hip flexors. So as opposed to from your waist, try to find those creases in your legs, like you're the Nutcracker soldier or a Barbie, wherever those hinges are, that's where you reach forward from. All right, fantastic job. Go one more press forward. And now you can walk through your day with a strong core and a great posture.